welcome. Audrey.
I'm Jim.
Jim, nice to meet you. Andy, nice to meet you. I know you. Good to see you.
Okay, so we're here at Wildling's pop-up store in San Francisco. We're going to have a little bit of a stroll and a community play, exploring different elements of Soulmate and Hacky, and just having fun with the community. And then we've got a bit of a try-on happening and a Q&A. So it should be fun. Get stuck in.
You want to pop these on?
They're a beautiful looking shoe. I have this one already, it's a white one, but I'm scared to wear it because I don't like getting dirty, but Ren is inspiring me to use it.
Own it, just own it. Yeah. Well, this went through Asia, Europe, all the hikes with my parents. So
Yeah. And the knees are still holding up alright?
Yeah. I'm riding my bike more.
Keeping your ankles basically at the same level, neutral. You're just scrunching your toes as hard as you can, all the way down, flexing, and then opening up and splaying as far as you can. Doesn't matter if it's not far. Just doing this warm-up before they get out of bed can make a massive difference to how they feel in that first step. So we're gonna play some little partner games on the Soulmate.
3, 2.
Oh, good. Very good.
You do have some pretty long arms, though. Yeah, I know.
So something that I love that is emphasized here is play. And this is something that I know, but I definitely could practice more, especially with clients. Because, and you know, there's a saying, and I'll chop it up if I try to say it exact, but if you do something through play, you will learn it way faster. And so I love that aspect of it because when it comes to balance and training these things from the ground up, incorporating it through a lens of play is so valuable because people can catch on so much quicker and it's something they can incorporate much longer than if it's viewed as a chore or as something they just have to show up for an hour a day. And from this, it's just so valuable that play is really at the core of it, but you're getting so many other benefits from it.
The Foot Collective is a wonderful part of our community. They've come down from Australia. We're happy to have them. They just walked us through a really nice foot play session. We also did a community walk, and now we are doing a Q&A, a live Q&A here at the Wildling Shoe Showroom. You can find us here from Tuesday to Sunday, 11 to 6. A lot of people coming through and asking very similar questions. So this is kind of like an amalgamation of these questions that we get asked. And the first one, I think Andy could definitely answer, hopefully help us answer, which is, I've been told I have flat feet and I've been told I need support. Do I need support?
It's worth starting from looking at a child's foot, which is often flat, probably should be flat until about the age of 6. So we really don't want an arch in the foot then, because the foot is malleable and soft, and we want as much feedback from the ground as possible. But then, as the child's arch develops, then we might see, as they get to adulthood, we might see a low arch or a high arch. It doesn't really matter the shape of the arch; it's more how it functions. We want a foot to be able to pronate, and we want it to be able to supinate, and so the height of the arch matters a little. And so when someone says they have flat feet or their arch needs supporting, the flat feet bit, even that is, it doesn't mean that there's going to be an issue. There are these maybe 0.001% of people that have a true flat foot which doesn't come out of that position. And so that doesn't bother me at all, the shape of the arch. To say that the arch needs support would suggest that there's a fault in all of our feet. I think if there is a fault, it's from the fact that we put arch support on our 3-year-olds and they wear arch supportive or stiff shoes for their whole life, and then they become accustomed to it. When they go without it, then they might have issues. And so I think starting early is really important in letting the foot develop naturally. But then if you are trying to wear less shoe or shoe without arch support, then has to be done gently and just eased into if you've been in supportive shoes in the past. There are some conditions that do need arch support in the short term, but in the long term, it's rarely needed in the long term.
It's an artificially created need, basically, and if you think about it similarly to a back brace that keeps you in a smaller range of motion, or a neck brace, like they definitely have their place, especially in a case of an acute injury or some kind of traumatic injury. Having more support of an area can allow healing, but that doesn't mean that you want to keep that area supported the whole time for the rest of your life, which we kind of intuitively understand for necks and backs, but with feet, we sort of, for some reason, feet have this thing of like, well, yeah, it just needs support all the time, even regardless of whether you've had an injury or not. It just, a good supportive shoe, good and supportive have become synonymous when it comes to footwear, but it actually just doesn't make sense physiologically or evolutionarily.